In the heat of life's most intense battles, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The challenges you face seem impossible, the obstacles insurmountable. But remember this: God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. If you're in the middle of a storm, it's not because you're weak. It's because God sees the strength within you, a strength you may not even realize you have. You are chosen. Out of all his children, God handpicked you for this battle because he knows you can withstand it. He has equipped you with faith, endurance, and a spirit that refuses to break. Every trial you endure, every setback you face, is part of a divine training ground. It is sharpening your soul, preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. Look at the heroes of faith: Moses, David, Esther, Paul. They all faced immense adversity, yet God chose them to rise above. He placed them in battles that seemed impossible to win, but it wasn't their own power that secured the victory. It was their faith in the one who never loses. Like them, your strength lies in God, not in your own ability. The battle is not yours alone. It belongs to the Lord. When the enemy attacks, stand firm in your faith. When doubt creeps in, remember that God is with you every step of the way. You are not fighting alone. He is your shield, your sword, your refuge in the heat of the fight. And while the battle may rage, the victory has already been declared in Christ. So, lift your head high, warrior of God. You were made for this moment. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are marks of survival. They are evidence that God is shaping you into the champion he destined you to be. Keep fighting. Keep praying. Keep believing. For every battle you face is preparing you for the greater purpose God has designed for your life. You're not just a warrior, you are his warrior, and in him, victory is certain. As you continue to walk through the battlefield of life, remember that every trial you face is refining you. Just as gold is purified by fire, God is allowing the heat of your struggles to bring out your finest qualities. He is not punishing you, he is preparing you. Preparation precedes elevation, and before God takes you to new heights, he ensures that your character is strong enough to sustain the blessing he has in store. In the valley, your faith is tested. It's easy to trust God when everything is going well, but it's in the darkest moments where true faith is born. When it feels like there's no way out, when the weight of the world presses on your shoulders, that's when God shows up the most. He's never late. He's always on time. What seems like a delay is divine timing. The battle you're in right now is aligning you with your destiny. God's best warriors aren't just strong, they are resilient. They fall, but they get back up. They're not perfect, but they are persistent. Every time you get back on your feet after being knocked down, you send a message to the enemy. You won't be defeated. Each step forward, even if it's a small one, is a victory. Because the power of a warrior is not measured by the size of their battle, but by the size of their heart. The Apostle Paul once wrote, "We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 9. This is the hallmark of a warrior chosen by God. Life may press you, but it will not break you. God sustains you. His spirit within you is unshakable, and no matter what comes your way, you have a foundation that cannot be moved. Warriors don't retreat. You might be tempted to run, to escape the hardship, but remember, God never calls you to back down from a battle. He's already equipped you to win. The same God who parted the Red Sea, who closed the mouths of lions, and who conquered the grave, is fighting for you. Don't retreat. Stand your ground in faith. You're on the winning side. And finally, remember that victory is not just in the outcome, but in the journey. Every battle brings you closer to the heart of God. With every challenge, you learn to rely more on Him and less on yourself. With every victory, big or small, you see His hand at work. You were not made for defeat. You were made to overcome, to conquer, and to rise above. Your battle is your blessing in disguise. It is shaping you into the warrior God needs you to be for His kingdom. So, as you stand in the midst of your trials, know this: you are not just surviving, you are thriving. Every battle you face is propelling you closer to your divine destiny. Hold on, keep fighting. The Lord is with you, and He never loses.